Welcome to Kashmir University's weekly video digest quest. First, a look at the highlights. Geography Department holds two-day international conference. MD Chanakya IAS Academy delivers motivational lecture. Business and Financial Studies organizes two-day workshop on commodities futures market. Environmental Science organizes one-day seminar on World Environment Day. 5-day Translators Orientation Program concludes. And 9th Board of Management meeting of EMMRC held. Now the details of these events with your host Jasim Malik. Department of Geography and Regional Development in collaboration with Amar Singh College, Jawaharlal Nehru University and Initiative for Social Change and Action, New Delhi organized two-day international conference. The valedictory function of International Conference of Regional Development, Sustainability and Socio-Economic Development J&K was held in Gandhi Bhavan Auditorium. General Secretary ISCA Professor Bhupinder Zutshi presented recommendations that came to fore during the two-day conference.
Number one, we should have an integrated approach for balanced regional development, taking into consideration the management of local resources. Second part was one which was most important, which I found in the yesterday's discussion, was that we should change the financial year system for J&K, because J&K is suffering because of the winter months during December, January, February. And unfortunately, the funds are released late in the October, and there is what we have seen, that the funds cannot be utilized. So therefore, probably for Jammu and Kashmir, if the financial year could be changed and the funds are released earlier, then probably the departments can utilize these funds effectively.
Professor T.A. Kant presented a brief report of conference.
The conference focused on the strategic significant sectors of state economy, like agriculture, tourism, hydropower, handicrafts, and human resources. In addition to this, certain crucial issues related to the sustainability issues and certain emerging concerns related to the natural resources, particularly water, glaciers, soil, and biotic species, have also come up during the discussion.
Vice Chancellor, University of Kashmir, Professor Talat Ahmed, in his address said that apart from water and forests, Kashmir has a great potential in minerals.
There is lots of scope in terms of mineral deposits in Kashmir and Jammu and Ladakh. We have to preserve, because if you are cutting and removing the forest, we are not only getting rid of the plantation, but we are also enhancing the erosion process, and that is going to affect the lakes that we have.
Member of Parliament and President, Pradesh Congress Committee, Professor Saifuddin Soz pointed out that while forest cover in Kashmir has gone up, the water bodies are shrinking.
Our water bodies, these are not in good shape. I tried to do something with Dal Lake, and I think in spite of so much money having been pumped into for its conservation, it is not in good shape, because there is no people's movement. At one point of time, they put up placards saying "Save Dal." That constituted an insult to our genius, because department producing placards and inviting our attention, that will never do anything.
He told audience that urbanization is taking a heavy toll on the ecology and natural resources are facing the brunt of it.
It calls for a revolution in your mind. The Dal has to be saved. The Asia's greatest, sweetwater lake, Wooler, it is in a shambles. So these water bodies are our future, and there is no movement. Kashmir University could have, started a movement. I tried to do my bit, I failed, but we have to succeed.
Speaking on the occasion, Afghan Ambassador Mr. Sheda Mohammad Abdali said that issues of regional and sustainable development are a concern for the whole world.
That the development and sustainability of this civilization require much harder work, passion, innovation, and most importantly, for all these to be translated into pragmatic approach and practical steps. Ladies and gentlemen, a mere glance of the historical heritages of the fascinatingly beautiful and God-gifted green city of Srinagar, known also as the Venice of the East, alone reflects the roots of the will for creating what is beautiful for mankind. They simultaneously, however, remind one of their responsibility to utilize all potentials to preserve them and pass them on to the next generation.
Center for Career Planning and Counseling, in collaboration with Chanakya IAS Academy, New Delhi, organized a day-long seminar on Art of Success for cracking civil service exams. The function was held in the Convocation Complex of University, where around 2,000 participants took part. In his welcome address, Director CCPC, Professor Shabir Ahmed Butt said that success of Kashmiris in civil service exams has proved that they are not lacking behind anyone.
They have proved that Kashmiris are brilliant, intelligent and hardworking, and nobody can stop them. Whenever I walk into the classroom and talk all these young faces, I have become optimistic about the future of this place, and we have every reason to be optimistic about this place. The ability and the competence of these people and the brilliance and the resilience have pivoted beyond limits that they have the competence to make it to any examination.
Speaking on the occasion, Dean Academic Affairs, Professor A.M. Shah said that today being in IAS has become a family talk in the valley.
We are now at this stage where now it has become, I should say, not only if you're in the colleges or in the universities where we discuss it, rather I should say it has become now a very important discussion point at the family level also, where parents earlier used to discuss, you want to become a doctor or an engineer, and that was the sufficient, or that was the point we will stop there. Now the situation is different, where people have started thinking beyond that.
Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed, in his address to the students, said that the mindset of Kashmiri students is changing. He said they are now opting for civil services as a career option.
When I came, I was talking to many parents, many students. So in general, the idea was that they wanted to become a doctor. If they could not make in the doctors, then they will go to engineer. And that's it. And if they don't have anything, then they will study something else. And then I encourage them that you have more exciting life if you become a scientist. Okay, if you become a teacher, it is not that only doctor and engineers are going to solve all the problems. And fortunately, now I see that the mindset has changed here. People are going for all types of studies and all types of job. Okay, and that is a very good sign.
Managing Director Chanakya IAS Academy, Mr. A.K. Mishra, said that he will divide his speech in two parts for motivational purposes.
First part will be to make you realize what extraordinary power you are born with. God has made you to be great. God has made you to succeed. And how, even wherever you are, that is in fact the privilege given by God to you to learn. And the second part of that, we'll be talking hardcore on how to make solid and strategic planning for civil services and how to make it 100% success. Because if I'm a trainer, I cannot say that you can and you cannot do it. If I know the route, if I have seen how the people have been succeeding, I would be in a position to share my experiences, some case studies with you, some real stories which will help you understand how you can connect, position yourself there and can make a great success there.
Later, Mr. Mishra presented his motivational talk.
We have power like big elephant. We have power like eagle. We are powered like tiger. But what is the problem? We are badly conditioned. When you were born, for your parents, you were the most handsome child on the earth. Most beautiful child on the earth. You were the most intelligent child on the earth. But gradually did not remain the same. After some time, your comparison began with others.
On the occasion, Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed also felicitated IAS qualifiers from the Valley. Department of Business and Financial Studies, in collaboration with Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited and Forward Markets Commission, organized two-day workshop on commodity futures market. The inaugural function was held in the Gandhi Bhavan Conference Hall. In his welcome address, Head Business and Financial Studies, Professor Mohiuddin Sangmi laid out the importance of such workshops.
With this current program, we would have a new chapter would start with multi-commodity exchange also and forward market commission also, that we are looking forward that they would also help us to get our students placed in lot of companies which are outside the Jammu and Kashmir state or within Jammu and Kashmir state.
In his keynote address, MD and CEO Multi-Commodity Exchange of India Limited, Mr. Shrikant Javalgekar said that the linkage between industry and institution is of great importance.
The linkages between industries and educational institutions are of great importance to the economy and industry. The interaction and tuning between institute and industry is now widely recognized as an essential requirement to train and develop the right kind of technical workforce necessary for sustaining and promoting faster industrial and economic growth. The university needs to play a vital role in exploitation of the vast potential of commodity sector in the Kashmir region.
Joint Secretary, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, Mr. C.K. Mishra said that the fluctuation of prices in food products are linked with many other factors.
It is the currency fluctuations which depend on so many other factors. If crude prices go up, then suddenly you find that lot of diversion of maize, corn, sugarcane, etc. for ethanol production. So those prices of those agri-commodities also go up. So there are very, very complex linkages around the world in the prices of various products, commodities, and these are linked to economic policies, growth scenario, etc., etc. With so many multiple factors impacting commodity prices and we being so dependent on the global supply chain, I think commodity price risk is an integral part of business life.
Chairman, Forward Markets Commission, Mr. Ramesh Abhishek told audience that one should not only have knowledge of commodity business, but should know how it functions.
It's not just about awareness, it's actually about connecting. It's not just about knowledge of commodity trading and exchange. It's actually about bringing it into your own lifestyle, into the economy, making it a part of everybody's business cycle. And it is in this direction that the FMC along with MCX and the university have done a great job in getting all stakeholders together to participate in such programs.
Dean Management and Commerce, Professor Shabir Ahmed Bhatt said that academia needs to work in tandem with industry.
Professor Philip Alback has argued in his book, which was recently published, that majority of the students who have access to the higher education, but they are not provided with the kind of intellectual training which is required in a global economy. So academia, being the main generator of knowledge and manpower, need to work in tandem with the industry.
Department of Environmental Science and Center of Research for Development and NSS organized a one-day seminar on the theme Think, Eat, Save and Reduce Footprints. The function was held in Gandhi Bhavan Conference Hall. NSS Unit Head of Kashmir University, Mr. Tariq Abdullah, presented bouquets to the guests. During the day-long function, students from various departments participated in the debate competition. Later speaking to the participants on the valedictory function, Vice-Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed said, University is holding Clean Campus Day annually and now onwards they will try to increase their scope.
We did, I think, the campus cleaning drive under this Earth Day, and now that you have proposed that one should clean part of the lake or at least nearby lake so that the awareness comes to people. Okay, now that it is the tourist season, so definitely people come and then do a lot of litter. So it is good idea to at least go and move around and make people to aware, and if somebody throws something, just pick in front of them so that at least till they are in Srinagar, they will not repeat the same.
Earlier in her welcome address, Head Environmental Science, Professor Azra Naid Kamli, said World Environment Day is celebrated throughout the world to raise awareness about the environment.
World Environment Day activities take place all around the year and culminate on 5th June annually. It was the day that United Nations Conference on Human Environment began from 5th to 16th June in 1972, and first World Environment Day was celebrated in 1973. Every year, World Environment Day is hosted by a different city with a different theme and is commemorated with an international exposition in the week of 5 June.
The 5-day Translators Orientation Program, organized by National Translation Mission, Central Institute of Indian Language and Department of Higher Education, in collaboration with Markaz-e-Noor, Center for Sheikhul Alam Studies, concluded. Chairman Markaz-e-Noor, Professor Bashir Bashir, presented the inaugural remarks.
इस सेंटर का विकार अवामी नज़र में अब बुलंदतर होता जा रहा है। शेखुल आलम की बात तो वो तो हमारे सरबराह हैं, अलमदार हैं, मगर ये जो सेंटर है इसका विकार अब बुलंद होता जा रहा है। वाइस चांसलर साहब ये सुनकर खुश होंगे कि जम्मू कश्मीर सरकार ने कश्मीरी ज़बान को क्लासिकी दर्जा दिलवाने के लिए जो आला सतही कमेटी तरतीब दी है, उन्होंने ख्वाहिश जाहिर की कि हम जो मेजिंग कर रहे हैं अब इसमें जो वर्किंग पेपर बनेगा तो मरकज़-ए-नूर में ही करेंगे।
Former Dean Faculty of Arts, Professor Zaman Azudda said that Kashmiri's contribution to Sanskrit language is more than 50%.
जब हम छोटे थे तो हिंदुस्तान में, बल्कि आपने देखा होगा, इफ यू गो टू, अगर आप तमिलनाडु जाएंगे तो वो नॉर्थ की तरफ यूं झुकते हैं। एक्चुअली दे आर गोइंग टुवर्ड्स कश्मीर, क्योंकि सीट ऑफ इंटेलेक्ट, सीट ऑफ नॉलेज ये थी। बल्कि लोग कहते हैं, उस जमाने के लोग और वहाँ कहते हैं कि संस्कृत में जितना लिखा गया है, अगर उसमें से कश्मीरियों का कंट्रीब्यूशन कम किया जाएगा तो सिर्फ 50% रहेगा, और अगर क्रिटिसिज्म को कम किया जाए it will be only 40%.
Speaking on the valedictory event, Professor Talat Ahmed said, University is going to have 2 fellowships in the name of its first registrar, Khwaja Ghulam Ahmed Ashai, for the promotion of Kashmiri language.
अगर आपको शेखुल आलम की सारी कंट्रीब्यूशंस को आगे लाना है तो आपको यंगस्टर्स को इन्वॉल्व करना पड़ेगा। मेरी अभी बात चल रही है, एक यहाँ पे पहले एक अशाई साहब हुआ करते थे, तो उनकी फैमिली सपोर्ट करना चाहती है यूनिवर्सिटी को, कुछ गोल्ड मेडल और इस तरह की चीज़ें। तो हमने कहा भाई गोल्ड मेडल तो आप कीजिए। इसी वक्त ये कन्वर्जन हुआ था, तो हमने कहा कि आप, मुझसे पूछा कि आप क्या चाहेंगे, तो हमने ये कहा कि देखिए यहाँ पे फेलोशिप्स बच्चों को मिल जाती है, साइंस में तो बहुत मिलती हैं। मैं चाहूँगा कि आप 2 फेलोशिप हमें कश्मीरी लैंग्वेज को बढ़ाने के लिए दें, और that they have agreed.
Others who spoke on the occasion included Professor Shahid Ramzan and Professor Adish Kumar. Later, Vice Chancellor distributed the certificates of participation among students and scholars. The 9th Board of Management meeting of Consortium for Educational Communication was held in Kashmir University Vice Chancellor's Secretariat. Board of Management is the apex body for the functioning of EMMRC at Kashmir University. Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed is the chairman of the board. Director CEC, Professor Rajbir Singh, and representatives of UGC and prominent persons from academia and the media are its members. The Board of Management meeting was held under the chairmanship of the Vice Chancellor, Professor Talat Ahmed. Earlier, Director CEC, Professor Rajbir Singh, visited EMMRC and had detailed interaction with the staff of the centre. On the occasion of Shab-e-Mehraj, Kashmir University organized various social service camps for the devotees visiting Hazrat Bal Shrine. Vice Chancellor Professor Talat Ahmed was also present. This is all for today's episode. Log on to our website emmrckashmir.com to watch all episodes of Quest. Send us your suggestions at quest@emmrckashmir.com. Before I take your leave, here are a few words of wisdom. You talk when you cease to be at peace with your thoughts. Dear viewers, I leave you with this hope that you will take good care of yourselves. Goodbye.